Welcome to the lecture on interest formulas for uniform gradient series. So, we have so far discussed about the single payment series and equal annual payment series. Now, this is a series where there is gradient, but this gradient is linear. So, this is known as a uniform gradient series or linear gradient series. In this series basically end of year payment is increasing linearly, means in the first year end if you pay F1, in the second year end F1 will be increased by a constant value, that is suppose G. So, this G is the gradient, this G is uniform every year. So, in the second year if it is F1 plus G, in the third year it becomes F1 plus 2G and so on. So, in the nth year end we are basically paying F1 plus n minus 1 into G. Now, in this case we have to find what is the equivalent annual series. So, the aim is to find the equivalent annual end of year payment for the gradient amount paid every year end. So, we can see by referring to the table about the gradient series. As we know, the cash flow diagrams for such series is like this. We have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, n minus 1 and n. Now, in this, as we have seen, we pay F1 during the first year end and this increases to F1 plus G in the second year. So, this is F1 and this is F1 plus G. So, this G is basically the gradient and this gradient will go on increasing. So, in the third year this amount will be F1 plus 2G. Hence, in the n minus 1th year this amount will be F1 plus n minus 2 into G, and in the nth year it becomes F1 plus n minus 1 into G. So, these type of series are known as uniform gradient series. Now, as we see in this series that this F1 is every time, for every year it is constant. What is varying is G every year. So, here it is G, here it is 2G and this way it is going. So, basically you can represent this cash flow diagram as sum of two cash flow diagrams. So, in one cash flow diagram this can be represented as two cash flow diagrams where in one of the cash flow diagram you have equal annual payment series, that is equal to F1. So, this all amount is F1 plus another is its gradient part. So, it has two part, one is the fixed amount part, another part is the gradient part. So, this part will have the cash flow diagram like this. So, in this as we see the gradient value is 0 in the first year, it starts only from the second year. So, in the second year its value is g and then it goes on increasing. So, this value from first year it moves. Here in the second year it is g, in the third year it is 2g, in the n minus 1th year it is n minus 2 into g, and in the nth year it is n minus 1 into g. We have to find an equivalent cash flow diagram which should tell us the annual equivalent value for this gradient series. So, that is what our aim is. Now, as we see that this is the end of year 0, 1, 2 to n, this is the gradient amount as we have seen. This gradient amount is in the first year it is 0, in the second year this is g, in the third year this is 2g. So, this way in the nth year it is n minus 1 into g. Now, this has to be represented by one annual payment series. So, basically this series should be equivalent to this series, where a series of such type will have the equal year end payment of amount A. So, if you try to find the equivalent, basically summation of all this should be summation of this, and this way we can find an correlationship between A and G. So, what we do for this? For this, so now let us see, we will equate the total amount. Total amount at a future time will be summation of all this and its equivalent value at this time, and this will be nothing but A times the factor f by A I n. So, we have to calculate future amount at the end of year n. Now, what will be the amount at the end of year n? Using this annual payment series, it will be, we have already discussed that when the year end equal amount is multiplied by f by A I n. So, this will be A times the factor f by A I n. This amount should be equal to the summation of all these g. So, now the value of these g, if you can look at, this is nothing but this g will have a value and its component or its contribution towards f will be g times f by A I 1. Basically, what we see here, the series goes like this: 0 0 g, g plus g, g plus g plus g, g plus g plus g plus g. So, basically we have seen this table, year end 0 1 2, and in the nth period it will be g plus g plus g plus g plus g plus g. Now, as we see here, so we can see that this is your future time in the future time 1 is this g, in this will be coming. So, this way and here this component will come. So, like that you have to find the equivalent value of all these quantities at the year end of n. Now, this g remains as g itself. So, this g is multiplied by f by a I 1, f by a I 1 is 1 itself. So, this g remains as g plus this 2g, g plus g is nothing but its component at a future time will be g times multiplied by f by a I 2. So, this way it will move and it will come up to here. So, it will go up to g times f by a I n minus 1. So, what we have seen, this is the expression what we get, a into f by a I n should be equal to g times f by a I 1, that is single g. So, you can write here this is nothing but g times f by a I 1. This g will have component g times f by a I 2, like that. So, this is moving and it is going up to g times f by a I n minus 1. Now, you will find the expression and you have to equate them. So, as we know f by a I 1, f by a I 1 is nothing but g times 1 plus I minus 1 by I plus g times 1 plus I raised to the power 2 minus 1 by I. So, this will go on g times 1 plus I raised to the power n minus 1 minus 1 by I. This amount, basically the expression which we get, that will be equated to this, that we will do later. Now, let us find the expression for this. So, this will be g by I, we can take out 1 plus I plus 1 plus I 2 plus 1 plus I up to n minus 1. We have n minus 1 terms. At n minus 1 terms, this 1 comes. So, this comes as minus n minus 1. After this, you can write this as g by I. This 1 will come here, 1 plus I plus 1 plus I 2 up to 1 plus I raised to the power n. This will be one term minus g n by I. So, we have separated now this term with n outside, and the term which is inside the bracket, this is a geometric progression term, and summation of the GP series term will be used. So, this will be written as g by I 1 plus I, you have n terms, n minus 1 upon I, that is in the denominator we have 1 plus I minus 1. So, this is I minus g n by I. Now, we have to find the expression for A. So, this term will be equated to this term. So, what we will calculate now? A into this factor f by a I n will be equal to g by I 1 plus I n minus 1 upon I minus g n by I. As we know, f by a I n, this factor is nothing but 1 plus I raised to the power n minus 1 upon I. So, we will put this factor here. In that case, A will be equal to 1 by 1 plus I n minus 1, in place of this 1 we will have I, the reciprocal of this term, multiplied by g by I into 1 plus I n minus 1 by I minus g n by I. Once you get this, now you have to again multiply these terms one by one. So, you get g by I, because this and this cancels, minus g n by I times I by 1 plus I raised to the power n minus 1. So, the expression is, if you look at, you can write this as g multiplied by 1 by I minus n by 1 plus I raised to the power n minus 1. So, finally, we are getting A equal to g into 1 by I minus n by 1 plus I raised to the power n minus 1. This is the factor which, when multiplied with g, the constant gradient amount, will give you the equal year end amount equivalent value. So, this is a factor which is known as linear gradient series factor. Now, this amount is basically corresponding to the gradient amount. Now, this gradient value can be either positive or negative. So, once you get this gradient value, you have another fixed component, that is f1. So, ultimately your net annual equivalent value will be f1 plus this A which you obtain through this value, because these are the known components with you. You know the g, you know I and n. So, from here you can calculate the net value of annual equivalent payment, annual payment, either it will be f1 plus A or minus A, depending upon the sign of A you get. The expression can further be written in other form. You can also write this expression what you have received, g 1 by I minus n by I into I by 1 plus I n minus 1. And if we recall, this is basically a factor. This factor is nothing but a by f I n. So, you can write it as g 1 by I minus n by I a by f I n. So, what we see, we have basically derived this expression g a equal to g 1 by I minus n by I a by f I n, and this is known as the linear gradient series factor. Now, let us discuss a problem based on these type of gradient series factors. So, what we have seen that we have a as a function of g 1 by I minus n by I a by I f I n, or you can also write it as g 1 by I minus n by 1 plus I n minus 1. Now, let us see, you have a question. An example tells that a person is paying in the first year end a sum of rupees 20,000 and for the next 14 years, that is up to 15 years and the year end payment decreases by rupees 1000. What equivalent annual payment will represent the same cash flow diagram as that of the gradient series diagram. Now, let us see, because many a times we deal with certain situations where the person has paid certain amount in the first year and there is a change in that amount. In this case it is decreasing. So, for this case if you look at, and also you will be given I as 15% compounded annually. So, if your problem is like this, it means you are given G as rupees 1000. I you know as 15%, N is 15. So, your job is to find, so your basically cash flow diagram, the first cash flow diagram where in the first year he is paying 20,000 second year he pays 1000 rupees less, so he will be paying 19,000. Like that it will come, and in the 15th year he will be paying 5,000. Basically your job is to find equivalent cash flow with equal annual payment. And that will be like this: 0, 1, 2, 14 and 15, and basically you have to find what is this A. So basically whatever value you get here, that will be deducted from rupees 20,000. This is only 1,000. So what you do is you use this series. So what you will do, you will find A as G is given as 1000 multiplied by 1 by I, 1 by 0.15 minus 15 by 1.15 to the power 15 minus 1. Whatever comes here, suppose it comes as x, then your final answer is, because this is the equivalent to this gradient series. This gradient series is x. This x amount will be basically deducted from this 20,000. So your final answer will be 20,000 minus x. So this way you solve such problems. Here the gradient amount is a negative amount, that is why we have subtracted it. If it is a positive amount, we will add it here, it will be 20,000 plus our x, because this line will go like this. So this way we calculate the equivalent annual amount for a linear gradient series factor. Thank you.